Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Pisces, today we're going to go over your overall energy as well as your person's overall energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and or moving forward. So with all that being said, Pisces, let's get started. How does Pisces currently view this relationship? I'll take it. So we do have the Page of Pentacles. We also have the Ace of Swords, and then we also have the Six of Swords, but it came out in the reverse. Could be dealing with a Virgo, possibly an air sign strongly, so a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case with Pisces. Before I say anything, I do want to look at your person's energy really quickly. How does this person currently view this relationship with Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? Okay. All right. Pisces, we're going to start off with you first, and then we'll jump over to your person's energy. So that way the reading in itself flows and it all makes sense. Just keep in mind that you might find yourself resonating with the person to the right of me. And that's okay. Sometimes that actually does happen. So just kind of pick and choose, right? Who you resonate more so with. But let's get started. It looks like there was a tower moment / ending that occurred here between you and this person. I am definitely getting that. For some of you, there's a possibility that, you know, a tower moment occurred here between the two of you. It doesn't necessarily mean that there was an ending that occurred here between the two of you, although I do feel like this entire tower moment had this person essentially feeling like this relationship between the two of you, you know, was about to come to an end. But this tower moment could definitely represent like a really big fight, a really big argument, a really big disagreement. That's definitely a possibility. It kind of looks like after this tower moment occurred here between the two of you, Pisces, it kind of looks like there was a lot of contemplating going on your behalf is basically what I'm getting. It's like you were contemplating, like, do I want to work things out with this person or do I not want to work things out with this person? Do I want to walk away from this relationship or do I not want to walk away from this relationship? And I feel like in the end, you know, you are deciding to not walk away from this relationship, and it is stemming from a place of you just not necessarily being ready, honestly, to like walk away from this dynamic here between the two of you. So I am definitely getting that you are deciding to try to make this dynamic here between the two of you work. And I do believe that by you deciding to want to make this relationship between the two of you work, it's instantly uplifting this person's spirits, because I feel like this person was very worried and concerned that you were basically done with them. I am definitely getting that, especially with the Four of Pentacles coming out here, Pisces. Four of Pentacles represents a gripping energy, holding on to something for dear life, refusing to let it go. So I do feel like this person, you know, doesn't want this relationship to come to an end, or didn't want this relationship to come to an end. And it was mainly stemming from a place of them not, you know, wanting, you know, you to be done with them. It is kind of stemming from a place of, you know, them not wanting you to let this person, you know, go. So I feel like this person's really happy that you're deciding to, like, in the end, work things out with them, because they were very worried and concerned that you were done with them. Okay, let's keep going. How does Pisces currently feel about this relationship? All right, so we do have the Ace of Pentacles, we do have the Seven of Cups, and then we also have the Four of Swords out here. Okay, so in regards to how you're currently feeling, Pisces, I am definitely getting like an energy of you reflecting back on this decision of yours, kind of questioning yourself just a little bit on whether or not you actually made the right decision to stick around and try to work things out here between the two of you. I am definitely getting that. Now, it's an energy that I really want to look a little bit more into, because we do kind of see you second guessing yourself a little bit on whether or not you made the right decision or not, or whether or not it was best for you to just kind of walk away from this entire situation and just kind of call it quits here between the two of you. So let's see what has you second guessing yourself here. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, let's see what we got. So we do have the Six of Pentacles, we do have the Two of Swords, and then we also have the Emperor out here. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Knight of Swords, we also have the Moon, and then we also have the Devil out here. Okay. I feel like what primarily has you second guessing this relationship has a lot to do with your history with them. You know, I feel like you have, you know, your good moments with this person, but I also feel like you have your really bad moments with this person. And I feel like as far as like the bad moments that you've experienced with this person is concerned, it's not something that you want to continue to go through and or experience is basically what I'm getting. And this is what kind of has you questioning if you did honestly make the right decision in the end by choosing to fix and repair things here with this person and make this dynamic here between the two of you work. Are you signing yourself up, in other words, to go through more stuff that you don't basically want to go through? Because I feel like you've already been through a lot with this person. You know, it's pretty evident to me that you have, with the devil coming out here. You've already been through a lot with this person. And I feel like your whole like thing is that you just don't want to keep going through more stuff. You know what I mean? Like you just want things to be good between the two of you. You just want things to change between the two of you. And the thing is that you don't know if things are honestly going to change for the better or not. You don't know if this person is going to essentially change for the better or not. You know, it's one of those situations where it's like only time will essentially tell, right? If you're going to find yourself going through the same old stuff all over again or not. I am definitely getting that. You're really hoping, obviously, that this person does change. You're obviously hoping that things do get better. But I am definitely getting that if things don't change and or get better, I feel like that will be a confirmation for you that it's time to walk away from this. So if this person, if you start to notice this person not changing, I think that you're going to take that as a sign / confirmation that it's time for you to walk away from this. Okay. How does this person currently feel about their relationship with Pisces? How does this person currently feel about their relationship with Pisces? Okay. Bottom of the deck, we do have the World, and then we also have the Tower, and then we also have the Temperance card to the Five of Wands. You know, you guys find yourself in the exact same boat is basically what I'm getting, Pisces. Just like you don't want to continue to go through things with this person, they don't want to continue to go through things with you. Just like you don't like how toxic this relationship can get at times, neither do they. So it kind of looks like the both of you actually want this dynamic here between the two of you to work. It kind of looks like the both of you want this dynamic here between the two of you to ultimately change. So I do see the two of you on the same page when it comes down to wanting things, you know, just simply wanting things to just get better overall between the two of you. You know, you don't want to continue to experience more fights and arguments with them. They don't want to continue to experience more fights and arguments with you. I think that you guys are definitely taking the necessary steps towards making sure that y'all are not doing anything on your end to make the relationship toxic and or unhealthy. And the same applies, you know, like I said, for this person. It's like they're going to make sure they're not doing anything on their end to make the relationship toxic and or unhealthy, just to see, you know what I mean, if things do essentially get better here between the two of you. Because if it's one thing that I will say is this: even though I can tell this person doesn't want to lose you in this dynamic that they share with you, they also don't like the way things have been between the two of you. So if things continue to remain the same between the two of you, as far as it being toxic and unhealthy and chaotic between the two of you, I do believe that they will eventually take that as a sign that this dynamic here between the two of you, it's just simply not working and it's just not going to change between the two of you. Things are just going to continue to remain the same between the two of you. So I am definitely getting that you guys are both looking out for that. You're looking out to see if this person's actually going to change or not, and they're looking out to see if you're actually going to change or not. And if they don't change and you notice that, I feel like you're going to take that as a sign that it's time to leave. Same applies for this person, believe it or not. It's like they're going to take that as a sign that it's time for them to essentially walk away from this, even though I can tell they don't want to. I don't feel like neither one of you want to. That's the thing, though. Like, I don't feel like you want to walk away from this, and I don't feel like they want to walk away from this either. But I also feel like y'all don't want to continue to go through with, you know, what you guys have been going through within your relationship with one another either. You see what I mean? All right, what actions will Pisces take towards this person or moving forward? So we do have the Hierophant, okay. We do have the Two of Cups, very, very nice, Pisces. And then we also have the Seven of Wands. Before I say anything, I do want to look at your person's energy. What actions will this person take towards Pisces or moving forward? So we do have the Queen of Cups. We also have the Five of Wands. And then we also have the Ten of Wands. Ugh, okay. 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 I see. All right. Pisces, I actually want to start off with this person first, and then I'll jump back over to you. I am definitely getting that there's something going on within this dynamic between the two of you that's really bothering this person slash upsetting them. I do feel like instead of talking to you about it, or venting to you about it, or speaking to you about it, or bringing it to your attention, it looks like this person's going to choose to kind of keep it to themselves. Tell me more about the Five of Wands. Tell me more about the Five of Wands. Yeah, whatever's going on here between the two of you, not only is it bothering them slash upsetting them, but it's also disappointing them is basically what I'm getting. You know, this to me kind of feels like an energy of them essentially learning to like pick and choose their battles, if you will. Like you are definitely doing something on your end that's bothering them slash upsetting them, but also disappointing them, specifically that disappointing them. And instead of them having like a really big fight slash argument with you about it, they're just going to choose to kind of keep it to themselves. Again, it's like they're learning to pick and choose their battles. It's like they're looking at what's bothering them and what's upsetting them and or disappointing them. And they're just like, is this really worth, you know, arguing about, you know? Tell me more about the Five of Cups. Tell me more about the Five of Cups. So we do have the Moon, we have the High Priestess, and then we also have the Hierophant out here. The bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords and Justice card. I'm trying to get a little bit more specific here as to what it is that you're doing on your end that's causing them to feel this way. So you're doing something on your end that they feel like if they were to turn around and do to you, you wouldn't necessarily like it. Or appreciate it. In fact, you would be just as angry and upset with them as they are with you. Now, instead of them having like a really big fight slash argument with you about it, they're choosing not to. They're choosing to basically keep it to themselves. But I'm also getting that this person is choosing to basically do the exact same thing that you're doing. That is currently bothering them and upsetting them. So let's say, for example, you decide to go a whole 3 hours, you know, without texting them or like returning their phone calls. Well, that's really bothering them, and it's also upsetting them, and it's also disappointing them. And when I say disappointing them, it could be because this person has brought this up to you in the past. Hey, Pisces, I don't like the fact that you go 3 hours without texting me. Just using it as an example. Well, the fact that you're going 3 hours without texting them, it is upsetting them. It is disappointing them. And instead of them picking a fight slash argument with you, next time you text them, they're going to go 5 hours without texting you, 6 hours without texting you, just to see how you like it is basically what I'm getting. So instead of them picking and choosing, you know, a fight slash argument with you, they're choosing to keep it to themselves and just kind of reciprocate that same old energy back to you in return, because whatever it is that you're doing on your end, they essentially feel like if they were the one doing it, you wouldn't necessarily like it and or appreciate it. So instead of arguing with you about it, they're just going to turn around and do it right back to you. It's basically what I'm getting. Now, we do have the Hierophant to the Two of Cups, and then we also have the Seven of Wands. I do want to look at the Seven of Wands. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands, and then we also have the Justice card out here. Yeah, this to me kind of feels like them reciprocating that same old energy back to you in return. And I think that this person's right about you not necessarily liking it. I just don't know what it is that you're doing on your end that they're reciprocating right back to you in return. But I am definitely getting that if it has anything to do with you taking forever and a day, right, to like text this person back, they're just going to turn around and do the exact same thing to you. And I don't necessarily feel like you're going to like it. You might even go as far as to question them on it. Like, why did it take you so long to text me back? You know what I mean? This person might go as far as to play dumb with you. Like, I didn't realize that you texted me. Like, I am definitely getting, they might go as far as to like play dumb with you. We do have the Five of Cups, we have the King of Cups, and then we also have the High Priestess. Yeah, whatever it is that this person's doing on their end, it's just their way of just reciprocating that same old energy back to you in return. Oh, you're going to go 3 hours without texting me? Well, I'm going to go 6 hours without texting you then, Pisces. I think that you're going to be bothered by it. I think you're going to be upset by it. And I'm also getting that you might even be disappointed by it. There's a possibility that you could have told this person, hey, I don't like when you go hours on end without texting me. You could have told this person all of this in the past. And maybe they could have told you all of this in the past. And here you guys are, going hours, without texting one another. Again, just using it as an example. I don't think that anything severe is going on. I would categorize what's going on between the two of you as something very minor, as something very small, as something very teeny tiny is basically what I'm getting. Nothing major, nothing severe, okay? I'm not getting anything major or severe. This feels like something very, very minor. Whatever is happening here between the two of you, I'll say this, it's definitely nowhere near enough to bring a marriage or relationship to an end. This feels like something minor, like you're going 3 hours without texting them, and now they're going 6 hours without texting you. Like, I'm not getting anything severe, like infidelity, betrayal. Like, I'm not getting any of that. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there and just kind of make that very clear. I am definitely getting that. Now, here's another thing too, Pisces. They don't want to come off as argumentative, okay? I feel like you've expressed to them at some point in time, the amount of fighting and arguing and disagreements that have been going on here between the two of you. So their whole MO is they don't want to come off argumentative, and this is why they're choosing to kind of keep all of this to themselves. And instead of them, having a conversation with you about it, they rather just kind of reciprocate that energy right back to you in return. And if it rubs you the wrong way, then it rubs you the wrong way. But this is their way of just kind of reciprocating that back to you in return instead of having like a really big fight/argument with you. I do feel like when this person does turn around and reciprocates that same old energy back to you in return, Pisces, you're going to go as far as to confront this person. Hey, I don't appreciate this. Hey, I don't like this. Hey, I don't like the fact that you did that. Like, I do see you going as far as to confront them, but as far as them confronting you, oh, no. They're going to choose to kind of keep all of this to themselves. I am definitely getting that. Also be prepared to, because this person's going to go as far as to possibly say something along the lines of, you see Pisces, like, you see, you're trying to start an argument with me, Pisces. You see, but it's like, I feel like this person knew what they were doing here. Like, I feel like they knew what they were doing, and I feel like they knew the type of reaction that they would get out of you. I think that they knew, but they're gonna, again, play dumb. Like, oh, you see, Pisces, you're always arguing with me. You're always trying to start a fight with me. You see, but it's like, in all actuality, I feel like they knew. I feel like they knew that this would like prompt, you know what I mean? You to confront them. I am definitely getting that. Now, going back to like, let's just say, for example, this does have a lot to do with like you going hours on end without texting them. I don't feel like you're doing all of this on purpose. I am getting that this person might feel like you're doing all of this on purpose. Just to upset them, just to piss them off. I don't feel like you're doing all of this on purpose. Like, I see them doing, all of this that they're doing on their end. Like, because everything that they're doing on their end, as far as reciprocating that same energy back to you in return, Pisces, is concerned, all of that is intentional. Like, all of that is literally on purpose. They're doing all of this on purpose. Whatever prompted this moment, though, between the two of you, it wasn't stemming from a place of you doing all of this intentionally or on purpose. Like, again, just using the example of you going like hours without texting this person. Well, you could have went hours without texting this person because you were freaking dead asleep. You could have went hours without texting this person because, you got caught up with work. You know what I mean? Maybe you were extremely busy. It wasn't stemming from a place of, ooh, let me go hours without texting this person just to piss them off. No, like, I'm not getting that you did anything intentionally to piss this person off or upset this person or anything like that. I just kind of feel like, again, maybe you were sleeping. Maybe you got caught up with work. Maybe you were really busy. Maybe you were driving, and maybe you're not that type of person that likes to text and drive. That's also a possibility, nor do I recommend it, but you know what I mean. But see, you're not doing anything to purposely upset them. They're doing something to like, purposely spark a reaction out of you based off of whatever it is that you did that they took as, a sign of, oh, okay, so you're trying to upset me. Got it. All right, I got it. Well, now I'm going to turn around and upset you, Pisces, is basically what I'm getting. All right, dude. So that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated, and I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.